This is the quantum event. God is collapsing all timelines. And when you're sealed in the forehead, you're able to see this. And on my journey to experience and observe so many things that are not real, I've found myself dealing with, in recent times, people, things, and situations. And I could sit there and I could say, this is not even real. How many of you does that resonate with? Because God is collapsing all timelines. You know, the seal in the forehead has been spoken about. And when you are sealed in the forehead, you know, when you see the depictions of Jesus Christ, the saints, you see the halo around their head. And it's not just an angelic halo. It's representing the seal in the forehead. And the more that we witness chaos, the more that we witness things that are not even real, we're experiencing a quantum event. And we get to the place now where this is the end of the line. There is nothing left at this level for us to do. And when you get to the end of the line, you have to realize certain things. Not everyone that fights you is your enemy, and not everyone that's nice to you is your friend. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in each and every one of our everyday lives today. This is coming to an end, and it must end no matter what. I'm very grateful for everyone that's on the live stream right now. This is a live broadcast. Very grateful if you could click the like button right now. It allows others to get on this live stream or see the replay. Very grateful for that. I experienced yet again something that is not real, okay? And actually, I want to start the lesson off with this. And you can start to have experiences and you say to yourself, this is totally not real. Maybe no one will believe you, but you know because you're sealed in the forehead that this is not possible. The other day, I filmed a beautiful documentary, which some of you saw yesterday. If you didn't see that, you should check that video out later. And maybe this shows the quantum event that these things are. After filming that, I was sitting on the beach, and I have multiple devices, okay? And you know, I have my device that I have service on, and I have a device that I film with. And I was sitting on the beach, and I just happened to grab the device, and I pulled up Facebook. We're growing like never before on Facebook. Hit us up on Facebook. And I'm, going through some of the comments, going through, doing the work. And then I realized I'm using the device I don't have service on. On the beach. You need Wi-Fi because I don't have cell phone service on that device. I don't have cell phone service on that device. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I know, Captain Literal Man. Well, the GPS must have picked up the I know. So Yeah, I didn't have anything hooked up to it. And I looked for that too. When you see like the Wi-Fi and then it has the question mark, because that means that there is no service. So you're going to start to witness things that aren't real. They're not making much sense. And, these things are cool, Aaron, but a lot of aspects about them are not cool. But that's a cool example, I guess. It's not so severe. So these are just, I call them also personal Mandela effects. Are you aware of the Mandela effect? You should see my videos on the Mandela effect if you've never seen them. And if you start to research the Mandela effect and there's something that was part of your life and then you say, wait a second, it totally changed. It opens your mind to so much more. God is collapsing all timelines. So as we are going through this, we start to experience things that aren't quote unquote real. And, and I'm looking at the comments, and leave a comment. Have you been experiencing that? Especially in recent times, in recent months, more and more things are not making sense. People are glitching in and out. Situations are glitching in and out. And, I'm just giving a random example of what I experienced that I'm like, this doesn't make sense right now. Maybe there's something that you've experienced and you would like to share it in the comments. Okay. Objects appear, disappear, especially when you specifically look for them and you looked for them in that location and then all of a sudden it pops up again. Yeah, but this is a time where at this level of existence, we can't be here anymore because we have done everything, exhausted everything at this level. And we must expand. We can't be here no more. So, I sit with a lot of what I go through, the pains that I walk with for 5 years. For 5 years on my journey, I know nothing but fighting. I know nothing but pain. And I know nothing but how to transmute these things. But now it is time, when you've rewritten the code and you do certain things, you experience things. And when you have a personal relationship with God, I don't have any business partners. I don't give a crap about that shit. I'm just reading the comments. You see, I'm a person, click the like button because we're going to get real hot today. I'm a biblical man. I don't fit into society. Some people call us the Sigma male. And the difference between me and the worthless beta males in society, the difference between us, the divine masculine, is that we have a personal relationship with God. And when you sit with God and you create the boundaries with God, and you write the code with God, it gives you the right to wrestle God. That's a differentiation between the divine masculine and worthless beta males of the society that grovel on the floor and beg instead of getting up and creating things. Divine masculine builds, and I build new timelines. And that's what I do on a daily basis, with nothing in return. By getting disrespected, the same people, I told you this already, the same people that disrespected our brother Yeshua are going to disrespect you, and never forget it. But I'm here to rewrite a code. There's nothing else but this, because we're all going to do the same thing over and over again. I have nothing else but this, so I don't care. Australian, I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for that. I love the dog. I love the dogs. I always share, sometimes, I'm at the beach all the time, and sometimes there's this dog there, and the dog is so excited to be on the beach, and he starts leaping into the air. You can see the love coming off the dog. I said, I just want to be that dog. And that's the simple life, the organic life, getting back to the basics. But in a society where people of the same species attack each other, that's out of balance. There's something spiritually wrong with that. And we have to right the ship. Otherwise, what the heck are we doing? What are we doing, bro? And I see a lot of these things. And I've reached a place, it's a very powerful place, where I don't care no more. I know exactly what needs to be done. And if the requirements that I have set out aren't fulfilled, I don't have to do nothing. I'm a man of my word. And when you're obedient, it's true obedience. If it's not going to be met, okay. I go on the most chill timeline now. That's what I do. Yeah. Never saw my video, The Art of Not Giving a Shift? You should check it out. It's tremendous. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to save no one. I could just observe. Ultimately, that's what I'm here to do. But the problem is the divine masculine needs to build. And the boredom, right? If you're the divine masculine, this resonates, you could also write it in the comments. The boredom of not being able to build. Imps World, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for that, Imps World. The boredom that arrives, it could drive you mad. We must move on. We can't be here no more. Permanent peace is what we want to achieve. Especially if you are like me. I know a lot of people, the chosen ones for their family lineage, you didn't have peace in maybe the past 5 years. I ain't the only one. I know this. And when I sit and I speak to God, I represent the royal family. I represent all of my brothers and sisters when I sit with God. WB, I appreciate you. #1 fan. I'm very grateful for that. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Earlier on this journey, I shared that a man of principle cannot be moved. And even God will press against you. And your job actually is not to budge. That's what differentiates the divine masculine and the weak beta males of society. It's just the truth. People don't want to do these things. But this is how we get stronger. Pressing against the weight. Pushing against it every day, even if you have to push against God, and you do not budge. You do not budge. Now, there might not be nothing for you to do, so you say, okay, you just let it go. Yeah, that's all you got to do. I'm chilling. I could just chill, no problem. You should write down in the comments, no problemo. See, this message is for those that are true ones, not for Captain Literal. I am Captain Literal Man. He comes in on his horse, right? I'm Captain Literal Man. Permanent peace. In order to achieve permanent peace, everything needs to be stripped down, and you must be stripped down to nothing. Just like I have, I'm sure many of our brothers and sisters have, you will be stripped down to nothing in order to achieve permanent peace. Carla Connects writes, stoic man. Oh, yeah, I know. Build something great today. Build something great today. If you're getting this message and you resonate with being a chosen one, build something great today. Non-existent, Tornit. Non-existent. If you are new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. You know, we have to find a way. We have to find ways. Men, you know, when you, because the society is out of balance. And I call everyone out. I know a lot of people get triggered. I don't care. Okay, there's the worthless modern woman that loads up society, and men like me and men that create, we can't deal with it. So you might find yourself alone. And a true man actually needs to find inspiration. And in the past, in the natural way, a man would get inspiration from his woman, but it doesn't exist in the society today. So just like from my journey to get the inspiration or the watching the struggling of our children, that is the way. Jeffrey Taylor, I appreciate you. Mike, I've had my DNA activated. I'm training hard. I appreciate you. We're all training hard. More people came on. If you could click the like button so people hear this, I'm very grateful for that today. You know, the last couple days on my YouTube stream, this it's a collection of all of the Rocky training montages from all the movies. And I've shared this before. If you want to learn about life, you want to truthfully learn about life, you watch Rocky. You watch Rockies 1 through 4. You don't watch 5, it's irrelevant. You can watch 6, okay? That's the truth. It's actually like that, and there's no Rocky 5, okay? And it teaches you. It teaches you the highs. It teaches you overcoming. It teaches you falling. It teaches you about the journey. But it's funny because there's the part when he's in Philly and the training scene where he's running and all the children are running behind him, and one of the kids goes, go, 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 and he's like, and he just starts, boom, he starts running so fast. And I was just sitting, and I was writing my notes, and you know, I tap into these things. When there's nothing left, you have to stay strong, otherwise you will lose yourself in this void right now. And I said, that's totally me. And sometimes we have to find inspiration from our children. So if you're the divine masculine in this disgraceful world, this disgraceful matrix, you will have to find something to keep you motivated, to keep you inspired. In the end, you know, you have to get to the place and you say, I don't need no fucking rib. I'll show the world I could do it myself with the power of I am. And I never stuttered. And this has been my journey. And I know nothing but this. But somehow I survived everything. And I'm still here. And now we're at the end of the line. I don't have to do anything else at this point but be myself. I don't have to do anything else but that. Joe, Bugs Bunny teaches us about the spiritual awakening journey. Oh, yeah, Bugs Bunny will teach you the truth. Bugs Bunny teaches us about the narcissist. I love Bugs Bunny. It's true. Sometimes in life, you have to hit back. And for men that are like me, for the divine feminine that are watching, you know, for all people that you start to realize, you know, I see things. This is where the seal in the forehead comes into play in this message today. The seal in the forehead. I see things that nobody else sees. Captain Literal Man will not understand some of the thick concepts that I speak. You know, people are worried about, oh, concerned about the devil, who? Concerned about the narcs in the world, who? Concerned about the all the conspiracy things, who? I go directly to the source. I go directly to the source. Why am I concerned with anything else? If our source creator created it all, I go directly to the source. And then you hatch it out with the source of everything that exists. And that's the truth. And that's what I do. It's a very special place. We're headed there now. We're in it right now. That's where your mind needs to be. That's where your mind needs to be. And in this process, a rite of passage, every ancient culture, I am nothing to do. I've shared many times, I'm an old school kind of guy. Some of you know this. And I just observe things. I observe the modern society that is failing. But we get back to the basic stuff. You gotta go directly to the source. I'm not concerned with anything else. And that focus right there. And I don't budge. Darlene writes, old school is the best. It is the best school, as we are in Earth school. This is Earth school. Yeah, it's none of our concern, Midge. It's none of our concern. So, well, Uncle Mike, why do you, what's your mindset, if you will? Especially during this time when things are not crystal clear. Oh, I've talked about the triple C many times. Crystal clear clarity. That's what Michael works with. You could write it in the comments. Crystal clear clarity. It's the triple C. No, this is a very serious thing. That's why I take this very seriously right now. I'm a very serious man. I like to have a lot of fun, but when my heart and my soul is telling me this is what needs to be done, we're all here to do it. And what I'm here to, I know people don't want to hear this. I know it. But if you are a true one, you must push against God. With everything you have. And I can see it. I know many of my brothers and sisters that went through this. You can waste your life with illusions. You can waste your life with illusions. That's why moving forward, it needs to be crystal clear. You smash the like button if that's the truth. How many people you lost years of your life in an illusion, working for a company, a corporation, an illusion that this, relationship with this guy, with this girl, with this beta male, with this Jezebel spirit, and you lost years of your life. You can waste your life in illusions. And these illusions will end, and they must end no matter what, because on my journey, I can't live a fake life. How many does that resonate with? Let me know. We're keeping it at 100 all the way now. We are at 100 right now. I have to live a truthful life with truthful things, with the truth. And this is why we are at the end of the line. This is why we're here. every timeline, I'm looking at things, okay? All right, more people came on. Are you witnessing things? This is not even real. It's one way, and then it could be, it literally could be minutes later or the next day, and then it's totally different. But all I need to do is hold my, I have the North Star, I have my target, and I move forward. This hair strand, I'm trying to grow it back out. It cracked off. It keeps popping out. Some of you saw the video. It starts flying out. There are our antennas. Yeah, it's an interesting journey. But you will waste years. You could waste time. Time is precious. That sand of time is constantly leaking out. And that's why you write codes. That's why you create boundaries. If you are new to me and this community, I appreciate that, Lisa. I grew it myself. I'm just kidding. You have to create boundaries with God and the universe. And sometimes, I guess only in recent times, those boundaries are crossed. I don't blame no one else. I don't blame this thing, that spookable thing. I go directly to the source. Do you go directly to the source? Okay, maybe this is a concept that a lot of people don't get. I go directly to the source. You could write it in the comments. I go directly to the source. That's how God keeps you real close. Oh, I stay real close. I stay real close to God. And that's why I sit and I hatch these things out with a personal relationship to God. That's what differentiates the divine masculine and the worthless beta male. To have the personal connect. Well, Francis told us we're not supposed. Do you remember that? Who remembers that? Oh, it's good times. It's just, being an observer and observing the clown world. I observed the clown world. It's so true, though. The chat is blowing up right now. Appreciate everyone that's here. Yeah, and know your energies. There's a time for this. There's a time for that. You will have to deal with the divine creator feminine, and you will deal with the divine creator masculine over the course of your journey. And I've shared that on my journey. Every season. But seasons must come to an end. They must come to an end. They must come to an end. We command it. We write commands to the universe. Everybody's watching, Jen. That's something I shared a long time ago. Everybody's watching, yeah. Akashic records are always, see, when my head hits the pillow at night, this is the refining process. There are certain things, and when what is documented about Michael in the Akashic records is that he never bowed down. He never sold out. And a man of principle cannot be moved. This is where we are. This is the end of the line, because there's nothing left on this timeline. You tell me, you say, like, hey, yeah, there's nothing, what else is there to do? What else is there to do here but break through? And you you bring, not only do you do it for yourself, but you do it for your people. Not only do you do it for yourself, you do it for your people. That's how true leadership is born. That's how, because true leaders are not going to be manipulated. And maybe these are the tests from God. But I've written code. I've said the things that needed to be done. And I'm here to tell you, I didn't need to see what I saw. I didn't need it. For no reason. To disrupt my peace. For no reason. I didn't need to see it. If and only if. If and only if. My statistics class at St. John's University paid off if and only if. Not for no reason. I didn't need to see it. Hughes, I appreciate you. And thank you for last night. I saw the comment on yesterday's video. Thank you so much, Hughes. Namaste. Thanks. Mighty Mike, 11, 11, 11, 11. This is where we are. Because we are at the end. And when you, through your free will, when you've stated, when you said, hey, listen, then there's things that we don't have to do anymore. We could just relax. We could just chill. I don't have to do anything, right? If and only if. Somewhere across the country. Harry, what is that noise? Oh, well, sweetheart, it appears to be that Michael is wrestling God again. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's just the truth. I appreciate you guys. I'm very tired. I've been disrespected for years. And this is the end of the line. I have nothing else. So we could chill out now. Oh, yeah, it's the kabooms, Lisa. It's the kabooms. But I appreciate you. And I think a lot of you also seek permanent peace. I've shared this code. I've shared this code, and I didn't want my peace disrupted because I worked so hard to have my peace. Maybe that resonates with you. Just peace. That's actually all we want, not chaos. And how many people have been going through extreme chaos lately? How many of our brothers and sisters have been going through it? And these are the things I take to God when I sit alone. Oh, I spend a lot of time alone. But you're focused and not thrown off your path. But then when you get to, you said, nope, this is the end. Okay. Some of you get this at a deep level. You get it at a deep. Are you sealed in the far? This is not a joke. Are you sealed in the forehead? Do you see things? Do you see this is not, this ain't real? How many people? You let me know. I'm just sharing from my everyday life experience. This ain't real, bro. And I know the normies out there, the Captain Literal Mans out there. Now, they don't understand the quantum. This is a quantum event. And I do what I do best. I am that I am. Michael. I'm just not like the others. What can I say? You could feel like I do feel the ether more and more. Tesla calls this the ether. All I do, and if you did not watch the documentary that I put up yesterday, and I'll place that video. I think everyone should watch that. My whole life, you've been training. You have to take every fractile, every last bit of what you have went through in this life, and you're going to have to bring it all ready? You're going to have to bring it all for the quantum event. Everything all at once. Some people know about this. I am everything all at once. I am everything. I am everywhere. It's in the DNA. We are the same. Sometimes you will feel it at a very deep level. This is the place, because it gets so quiet, absolutely still. This is the proper way. I'm going to teach you the proper way without fear. Ultimately, we are who we are. The truth lasts the test of time. Things could be hidden, right? Suppressed, but that always has an expiration date. A lot of you have been seeing this in the world. Have you been seeing this in the world? Maybe there was a lot of truths that were hidden from you that are coming to the surface at this time period. Please click the like button if that resonates with you. I'm grateful for that, so people will hear this word today. You can't hide the truth forever. So as long as I live in truth, it's the greatest documentary that you've ever seen. As long as I live in truth, nothing else matters. Integrity. Without budging. Meaning what you say, do what you say, and holding on to those boundaries. Yeah. I know some of us are very ancient. I'm reading the chat. I know. Yeah. Ultimately, I'm grateful for all of the lessons and stuff that I've had at this level. But I say, more to this level. I can't be here. And I told you those 3 words at the end of yesterday's documentary. And when you get to your soul's essence, when those 3 words, then it all changes. Because you changed your frequency. Yeah? You changed your frequency. Never back down. Never settle. Stay focused on what you're creating. And if you have to, you push against the source. True strength in there. True strength. There is true strength in there. I've learned a lot in the past few years. I really did. And I'm here to tell you, the mindset that I have now is not the same when I started this. For those that have been part of my journey, I've learned so much. the mistakes that I've made, but they're not mistakes. You have a level of, that's why it's so important what I do here, what you guys do to expand people's consciousness. It is basic science. I teach the basic science. A lot of people have all this overcomplicated things. No, it's actually the basic science. Mr. D will teach it from now till the end of time. And we can only answer questions with the information available at the time. Basic science, but so powerful. You can only answer questions with the information available at the time. So we must expand our consciousness. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. If you missed yesterday's video, check it out. That link will be there. Take the time to really listen to that whole, it's more of a documentary. We got to stay focused on doing things that we've never done before. And if you are feeling this right now, know that we're all feeling it. I'm feeling it. I read the comment. Go in the comment section. Interact with each other. We're a community here. We're all experiencing, even though we could be totally different, right? And that's what it's about. It's about a frequency. We're different colors, classes, and creeds, and we're all coming together. And I love you because you are my family. And I got your back till the end of the line. And now we're at the end of the line. I won't budge, old man. So we'll see what this week brings us, right? We'll see what this week brings us. Sonia, I appreciate you. I was losing focus again, but I'm back on track. Thank you. I love you, Sonia. I appreciate it. Listen, that's the distractions of life. We want to stay focused, but that's why I say, as long as, and it's so relevant for today's lesson, as long as you keep on your North Star and you don't move off your principle, you're good. When all the distractions, when the whole world is collapsing, the quantum chaos is happening. Watch my video on quantum chaos. It's so true. I love each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually. Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment. Let's learn the proper ways. Let's learn the authentic ways. It's time for the royal family to get back together. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate it. And I appreciate all the support. Clicking the likes, clicking the shares, okay? And when you have the time, really digest yesterday's video. It's very powerful. Grab yourself a cup of coffee. And, sometimes the stream of consciousness, and it's been coming, it's interesting too. It's like, when you do, I think we do our best work, the true ones, we do our best work under this great pressure. And ultimately, I could say that lately, even though, I feel the way that I feel like I have been doing my best work ever. And I guess ultimately that's what matters, is what you're producing for the universe. So I love you guys. Like, comment, share, very helpful. Check out yesterday's documentary. I love you all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the Christ. Love you guys. Bye for now.